What up guys, and welcome back to the channel. And as you can see, I'm in the fish room. I've got a little container, and we're gonna be actually, well, if you read the thumbnail, right, and you click the video, we're gonna be actually showing you how I breed my plecos, not super plecos. These times we're gonna be taking out my long yellow, I don't think they're long fins, just regular lemon blue-eyed short fin, standard fin plecos, and we're gonna be moving them out of the cave as well, and then also showing you guys how I set them up so they would start breeding. Anyway, let's get started. So in this tank, it's just a small 10-gallon tank that's hooked up to my system. I've got a sponge filter in there, and they're also running on a sump, as all three of these tanks are. And as you can see here, I've got this longfin male in a one breeder cave. Got some guppies in there, so that you know it's safe for that fish. The fish feel safe. And I also got, let's see if we can find a female. It's one of my females. I've got two females in here. It's got a trio in here. I've got one male, two females. I can't find the other female. Probably somewhere around here. I don't know, we'll see. But those guys actually already had babies for me. The male kicked them out, but it's fine. All of them are in here. Some of them are a lot lighter than the others. With time they'll get better. They just recently started eating. But I've got some in here that are wigglers now, and the male will come out to eat, which is not good for him. I don't want him to be stressed out either. So I'm going to be taking them out. Again, all I simply do is have them in a small little container, a small little glass tank, 10-gallon tank to be exact. I have them in with my blue dragons, which are stunning fish, which are for sale if you guys are interested. Look at that, stunning fish. Let's see if we find any babies in here. These guys are very good at eating their babies, so, and I don't really take them out as much as I should be. I take some out, as you can tell. I have some babies in here. These are red lace babies, but I don't see any blue metal ones yet. I put them in here like 3 days ago. But anyway, let's not get sidetracked by guppies, because you guys can all purchase your guppies off of me on eBay, Facebook, or even on my Wix website, or on Instagram as well. Anyway, my setup is very simple. One breeder cave. They're one of those little spikes. I'll put the description down in the link down in the description, so you guys can actually purchase them as well. It'll probably be an affiliate link. Not gonna lie, make a couple of bucks, not bucks, a couple of pennies. And when you guys, there's one of the other females. Look at that. What's it called? Yeah. So one of those. I have a sponge filter in there. That's just for aeration, and it also helps the filter, which is spotless compared to most of my other ones. But that live plants in there to help with nitrates and stuff like that. I have a breeding little yarn thing I made over here. It's not the best. I have it hanging on the top with just some tape, but all I need to do basically is make sure I feed them. I overfeed my plecos and make them really nice and fat so they have the biggest clutches. As you can tell, this is the first clutch I've had with these guys. It's not that big, so I'm focused on getting the females nice and chunky before the next breeding session. I keep my temperature around 75 degrees. When I do water changes, and I do them twice a week, about maybe 3 times if it's really dirty. This tank gets a lot. These 3 get dirtiest because I'm assuming because of a lot of breeding, a lot of spawning. But that's fine. I do every time I do water change. But when I know it's time to breed, when I know the temperature is not the temperature. Look, a little baby over there. When I know that what's it called? It's pretty much around the time they can breed again, I will do a colder water change. What that means is I will just basically, when I do a water change, I'll do, let's say, 30% of water. I'll take out and I'll put in 30%, but at a lower temperature. I'll drop the temperature by like 5 degrees at total, which is a little cold compared to what they're used to, but it's okay because it actually helps them want to spawn, makes the females go crazy, and the male just goes inside this little cave like that and will chase the females around until they actually go inside the cave, and he won't let her out until she drops her babies, and then he'll fertilize them. Like basically like guarding the cave like that is what he'll do the entire time. Anyway, let's get started. Now people are gonna ask me, why do I take it out and not leave them in there? So I want them to breed as often as possible, but at the same time I don't want the male to be starving himself, because when he's in there he's actually not feeding his fish. Not feeding his fish, he's not feeding himself. He doesn't leave there, he's protecting the babies, and I kind of want to make sure that he starts eating again. It's been a couple of days already. The fish will be fine, but he'll be weak. So what I'm going to do is just remove him, put him in here, and I'll show you that exact process. So I'm going to be doing a voiceover just to show you guys how I take them out. And as you can see, I am actually literally just filling up the water with I grabbed the little bin with water, fish tank water, of course, from the same tank that they were in. I grabbed the cave, and I actually just start swishing it around until all the babies come out. It's actually It looks a little rough on the babies, and sure, it might stress them out a little bit, but I've done this numerous times, and it always works out. And again, this is very important if you want to get the babies out, because the male, or the father, is the one that stays inside and takes care of the babies, and actually will try to not let them out. So he actually tries to force himself in there. So as I'm doing this, the male is still in that cave. You might not be able to see him, but he is in there, and he's probably trying to hold as many as he can inside. But it happens, you know what I mean? Sometimes they've come out on the first one by accident. That means he just slipped out. But most of the time, they will try to hold on and try to, not fall out. But that's fine. Sometimes I just can't get him out. But anyway, again, all I'm doing is just filling it up with water, and then swishing it around a little bit, and then pour it out. Again, that'll all go into that little container, which is later going to be going back into a full tank. But I do this numerous times until I can see no longer any more wigglers or fry in there anymore. Again, I want to get them all out so the male will come out and he can do his start eating again. So if you guys look carefully, they have all wigglers. Look at the bright orange on them. Look at that. Wow. Anyway, let's see if we can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I got 22. Probably off by 1 or 2, but that's fine. It's a good amount. Compared to the other batch I had, is about the same. They don't breed as much as my Super Reds, but it could be just that my Super Reds are a lot older. That's fine. What we're gonna actually have to do is put them in here. The orange part that you see that's really in there, that real orange middle part, that's their yolk sac, sorry. Yeah. What's it called? That means they're not ready to eat on regular food yet. So, as you can see, these guys don't have that bright orange in the middle anymore. That's because they already absorbed their the yolk sac. Anyway, I'm gonna start to actually dump these guys in there, and I put them in here just so they can find the food a lot easier. As you can see, I have a little bit of RAPASHY Soleil Green in there. But yeah, this is gonna be a little shaky due to the water movement, but let's see if we can actually turn that off right now. There you go. You turn off the water current just for right now. While I go and drop off some of this water. I'm gonna grab a pipette so I can actually grab them from here and the water, and it just stresses them out more than they should be. So I just use a quick pipette, suck them all up. As you can see, let's see if I can try to catch it in. Well, they're all out, but I'll show you guys another one. You can see here through the second glass. Let's go. Scoop them up. Softly too. I'm not like putting a lot of pressure on them or anything like that. Again, I just go when they just come out, usually by themselves, most of the time at least. Again, same process. Sort them all up. Sometimes they'll fall back into the container, but that's fine. Don't, again, try not to stretch them out. One, it looks like he doesn't want to come out. You'll see, he'll come out sooner or later. There you go. When they're this small, they like to hide in the corners, but they'll still be able, once they're ready to eat, they'll start eating. Drop one in there. Last one. A little blurry, but they're all in the breeder net now. Beautiful. This is a review I did on my Frugal one. Best looking one. The only thing is that you need an airline to hook up to it. I guess if you could take it out if you don't need it, but it really does help. It just takes away from one of my sponge filters that I'd rather have in there. But let's see. Let me turn this camera around. So as you can see, the difference between the ones I just put in are those really bright orange ones versus those that already absorbed all their yolk sac. The yolk sac actually is what they eat on until they're ready to start eating other food. As you can see, that green part is solely green. I do feed them heavily while they're in here. I change the water so often it doesn't really affect them, but I do put a lot of food in here. I'm well over the standard of overfeeding, which is fine because of the water changes I do. It just promotes faster growth. Look at that, it's almost ready to go in the big tank. But yeah, hopefully I didn't stress out the male too much. This is his first time actually breeding for me, so that was the first time he actually bred for me. Hopefully I can get these guys to breed again. These are see, 2 short fin females and 1 long fin male, so I'll probably be getting half and half. Usually I get more short fins than long fins, but it's fine. Anyway, that's basically it, how I get them to spawn for me. Diet wise, RAPASHY solely in green, zucchini, and bug bites. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys subscribe to see more videos like this. Don't forget to hit that like button and watch these other 2 videos.